Hi folks, this is question 3. We need just to see which of the sets works out to be cheaper. There's different ways of doing it again. What you could do is you could work out what one block costs in each case. So do 12 divided by 60 and then do 28 divided by 150. If I just divide by 2 for the first one, I get what 30 blocks would be. So 30 blocks, then if I just divide 6 and 12 in half, that's €6. So you should be able to see if 60 costs €12, well then 30 of them have to cost €6. You should be able to see that. And then to get 30 here, I can divide by 5. Like if I divide 150 by 5, it gives me 30. And then if I divide 28 by 5, you have to use calculator there, we get 560. So now for the first one, I know that 30 of them cost €6, but for the second one, 30 of them cost 560. So I'm saving 40 cents if I chose B. So I should put the calculations down here really, but it's about trying to level off. It's trying to divide down to compare. So I could have divided down and got 1 and multiplied by I could have divided down for both of them to get 1, so divided 12 by 60 like I said, and divided 28 by 150, and that'll tell me what 1 is. But I can see there 30 is probably easier because 60 and 150 or 30 goes into both of those easily enough. Right, this part B then is going to be minus B formula, so it's a quadratic. It's equal to 0. It has an x squared, an x and a 1 and a number. So it's using minus B formula. My A will be 3, B is minus 5, and be careful with the minus, and then C is 1. Then I'm putting it into this formula, minus B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC over 2A, and that's in the log tables. Then if I put it in, it's minus 5, and put everything in brackets when you're putting it in, and it'll help you with the signs. Minus 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1. And this bit here where I'm showing the workings is very important. And you're putting all that over 2 times 3. And then you're going to put that into the calculator with a minus and then with a plus. So and your answers well, for the minus, when you put it in with a minus, you get 0.23, and I'm rounded to 2 decimal places here as well. And then if I go back and put it in with a plus, I get 1.43. So that question is fine if you know how to use minus B formula. Question C, part C then. So it's simultaneous equations, and they actually give you a hint here, which they never usually do, or they haven't before this year. They tell us to start with the 2x plus y equals 5. So when I'm showing these, I always say write out the equations separately. So we write them out separately like that, and then we always go to the linear one first, or the one without the squares in it, like they're saying here. Now if I just move the 2x to the other side, I get y is equal to minus 2x plus 5. And now I know what y is. Y is minus 2x plus 5. So I go ahead and put that in instead of the y in there. And now I'm getting x squared plus, if I put that in instead of the y, I get minus 2x plus 5, all to be squared, is equal to 25. Then, now minus 2x plus 5 to be squared, I can write that out as minus 2x plus 5 minus 2x plus 5 is equal to 25. Then next bit is just multiplying out those double brackets, so I'm staying with these here. And like I've done before, I'm going to multiply everything by everything. So I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to do the minus 2x multiplied by the minus 2x. That gives me positive 4x squared. Then I do minus 2x multiplied by 5. That gives me minus 10x. Then I do 5 multiplied by minus 2x. That gives me minus 10x. And then I do 5 multiplied by 5, and that gives me plus 25. So we still have the x squared there, and we still have the equals 25. Next, x squared plus 4x squared, that will give me 5x squared, minus 20x. And then if I take this 25 and bring it across the equal sign, it becomes a minus 25 on the other side. So then I just have 25 minus 25. So I don't have anything there, I just have equals 0. So, or you could put in a plus 0 in there. Next thing, you've got a couple of ways that you can solve that there. If you're used to using the minus b formula, then I think the easiest thing to do here is just do that. So a is equal to 5, b is equal to minus 20. And c is equal to 0. Now, if you know another way with factorizing that, or another way of just solving that, then go ahead and do it. But I think this would appeal to people who are used to using minus b formula, because it's just putting it in, even though we have a 0 at the end. You might know a way that's shorter, but I think this way is easy for a lot of people. Now, when you're putting it into the minus b formula, it's going to be minus 20 plus or minus square root minus 20 squared minus 4 times 5 times 0 all over 2 times 5. Now for our x value, we actually get 0. Sorry, our minus value, I mean. So our values then are x is equal to 0, or x is equal to 4 for the plus value. That's using minus b formula. Now I'm going to take this equation here, and I'm going to sub the x values into it. So y is equal to minus 2x plus 5. Right, if I put in 0 then into that, I get y is equal to minus 2 times 0 plus 5. That just gives me 5. And if I put the 4 in, I get y is equal to minus 2 times 4 plus 5 is equal to minus 3. And that's it. I got 2 values for x, 2 values for y.